We are the dollars and cents.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Well, today we're doing another unboxing, first impressions, and update video. This time it comes from the house of Paco Rabanne. It is their latest release, I believe, at least from this flanker anyway, their latest flanker of this very popular not long, well, it's long lasting, but you know, it's just been around for a long time. Fragrance, one of their most popular fragrances, 1 million. Royale? Yeah, so, here is the box, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this presentation because we've seen this presentation 1,000 times before. All right, guys, here's the bottle for the fragrance here. Yeah, again, same thing. Got the gold brick. Never hated on this presentation, but yeah, a little gaudy and a little kind of gimmicky. But you know what? It has a good hand feel, and it's always just done the job. So never had too much issue with this bottle. And I'm kind of glad they don't change it too much. They just changed it enough, and I do like the little red little touch here. I think it looks kind of cool. So yeah, 1 million Royal from the house of Paco Rabanne is a men's sweet, spicy, amber, woody fragrance released in 2023. The noses behind this fragrance are Quentin Bish and Christophe Renaud, a couple of rock stars in the perfume game. And it is I believe, an eau de parfum concentration. Yeah, it says parfum and natural spray. So the notes in the top, we have cardamom, tangerine, and bergamot. In the middle, we have lavender, sage, violet leaf, and the base, you round things off with benzoin, cedar, and patchouli. I'm going to get to it right quick. A couple sprays on the hand, let you guys know what I'm getting out of this one. It's still hot outside, guys, 100 degrees, probably still like 102 right now, and it's like 11 o'clock at night, so we'll see what happens. Here we go. A couple sprays, a lot of juice. Okay. Yeah, very designery. You guys probably already knew that. It has the 1 million feel. Cardamom is giving it a bit of nuttiness. Some of the sweetness is coming from the citruses, but there's a little bit of the benzoin in there. But right now it's a lot of citrus sweetness. Not fresh by any means. Just very sweet. So it's going to stay in the family of the 1 million. We all know how sweet that fragrance is, and the flankers, a lot of them usually stay in the sweet realm. Like they might kind of teeter off in other small directions, but overall they're still pretty sweet fragrances. Yeah, not bad. Definitely a spicy, woody, aromatic fragrance. Slightly reminds me a little bit of like a more vanillic version of House of Sillage number 4, or like an Invictus Aqua, but with a little bit more, maybe that benzoin added to it. But it really is sticking. It has like a sweet vanilla vibe. Not over the top, not gourmandy just yet. Slightly spicy mixed with that Invictus vibe. I mean, it smells nice. Obviously, we're going to figure things out in the update. But right now, this is a very nice smelling fragrance. You're not going to get any negative attention for this one. But for us reviewers out there, and for us who try these fragrances all the time, you're probably gonna think it's a dime a dozen. You might like it and go, man, that smells good, but I kind of have like 3 others that remind me of it, kind of thing. But time will tell with this one. I'm getting a little bit of like 1 million Lucky from this. Not really sure where that's coming from, because I'm getting a little bit of that. I can't remember what that note is that they put in that. Is it tiramisu or I can't remember exactly what it's like. The hazelnut, right? I think that's what they put in there. Has a little bit of that type of vibe, but there's none of that in here. So it's got a slight touch, just a slight little touch, probably from the benzoin of gourmand, but it's not. So yeah, right now I'm getting a bit of like an Invictus. It almost has like a dry ambergris feel. I mean, it was called an amber woody, even though there's no amber in here. But I'm getting like a dry, salty sort of ambergris feel, mixed with a little bit of sweetness from the benzoin, little woodiness from the cedar, sweetness, and some sweetness and fruitiness from the citrus notes. Cardamom isn't a main player here, but it is adding a little nuttiness to it. But yeah, again, time will tell with this one. Not going to spend too much time on the first half, just because it's sort of what I said. I think it's pretty much where it's going to be. And it's going to have to, I'll probably have to wait a couple hours to see how it changes. But right now, I'm not disappointed. But I'm going to wear fragrance tonight over the next couple of days and give you guys an update shortly. Talk to you then. All right, guys, I'm back with my update for 1 million Royale, depending on what side of the world you guys are going to call it what you want. What can I say about this fragrance? I had quite a bit of time with this fragrance. I'm going to wear it tonight. It's a little cooler today. We'll get to that in a minute. But I will say, this is not a bad fragrance. I actually did like this fragrance. Might be one of my favorites that they've released in a long time because it didn't... I want to say a couple of their other ones, like one was very floral. It had like a tuberose note, I think, in it. It had like a sunscreen vibe. That might have been the Elixir. Correct me if I'm wrong, or the Parfum, one of those. This is not groundbreaking, though, okay? This is going to be another sweet, mainstream fragrance. Very woody, very sweet, warm, spicy, very youthful, something that we've smelled before. But this is still very good. It smells, yes, mainstream. There's other ones that smell like it. I get it. People say it's boring. I get it. You're allowed to say that. It's okay. But I do still like this fragrance. It doesn't take away that it's still good. Okay? It still smells good. You're going to get noticed with this one. It's going to smell very, very good. It's very sweet from the benzoin. It smells like vanilla. Benzoin's the closest thing in the notes that I get, so I'm going to say it's the benzoin. Woody. It's nice and woody. I get like a pencil shaving type of woodiness that I actually like in fragrances. So with that, I like it because of that. It's warm, spicy. I guess it gets a little spicy from the cardamom, a little nutty from that. But yeah, I mean, it's still good. I'm not going to repeat myself too much or try not to. But even though it goes down the road of lots of other designer releases, it still smells really good. Some people are saying this one reminds them of the new Le Male Elixir and or the Le Male Le Parfum. I can see that. Le Male Elixir has honey and I think some tobacco and some other notes in it. So but if you were to just smell them like a day apart or a few hours apart, you might think they're kind of similar because they do have very, very spicy, very heavy, very sweet, very thick vibes. And so those are very similar in that regard, but they're two different fragrances. Again, but it still is mainstream. Longevity of this fragrance, I did get 8 hours with this fragrance. Every time I wore it, that's great. For what you're paying, you want this fragrance to last. It's going to go down in price after, I don't know, 6 months or so. So if you guys want to wait, but yeah, 8 hours is great. 8+ hours, more than likely. My skin got really great longevity with this fragrance. Projection. Good projection. Not beast mode in my experience, but it was good. Good for an EDP. So I can't complain about the projection by any means because it got the job done. I did get noticed wearing this one. People thought it smelled nice. People asked me what I was wearing. So that was a good sign. Seasons for this fragrance. If you guys haven't guessed already, it's going to be colder, cooler months of the year. So fall, winter, early spring. Guys, just very, very sweet, guys. If you wear this one out, like make sure if it's hot, people are going to notice on you. It's gonna get very, very cloying. People might get a little offended with it by this one, but just make sure it's cooler to colder weather, and you should be fine with this fragrance because they'll go perfectly with that cooler and colder weather. Occasions, evening events, date night, especially date night. Women are going to love this fragrance. If women are attracted to your fragrances that are similar to this, they're going to be attracted to this one. Very sweet, very clubby. So yes, the club. I'm not going to say it's safe for work. It's probably just not the best environment for work, honestly. If you work in an office setting or if you're going to school, probably not. This is going to be going out, evening events. You can probably wear this from suit and tie. You know, you're gonna come off a little bit youthful with all the sweetness, but it still smells nice. The woody notes and the cardamom give this one a bit of masculinity and a bit of maturity. So, you know, if you're a little bit older, you can probably pull this one off as well. Ages, I'm gonna say 20 and up. Can pull this one off, but I do think that the older guys should not be scared of this one because it does have a youthful, sweet vibe. But I do think the guys who are older, 30 and up, maybe even 35, would probably still like this one because it does remind me of that Le Male Le Parfum and Elixir, and that one's a little bit spicier, a little bit thicker, and a little bit more mature, as is the 1 million Royal. Guys, but overall, yes, I like this fragrance. I started putting my pros and cons list here just to kind of save time. I'll talk about the other stuff, but yeah, I like it. It smells great. It lasts a good amount of time. It projects pretty well. It's inoffensive. You're not going to offend anybody with this one. I guess the cons are going to be that it's mainstream smelling. It's been done before. It's nothing new. They're reinventing the wheel with this one, but I think that even though they're reinventing the wheel, it's a very good quality wheel, right? It's going to get you where you're going. It's not going to pop easily. The tread's going to stay on that wheel for a while because this is quality. So yes, it's a little boring, but I think if you get your nose on this one and, spray your hand, like I always say, spray your hand, walk around the mall, see if you like it. You're going to want to probably sell a couple of other ones that kind of remind you of this one, and you're going to want to keep this one. Again, not groundbreaking by any means, but I do think this is still a good fragrance. Not going to tell you to run out and buy this one. Again, sample it if you can. Save yourself some money and just get a free sample at Macy's or wherever you buy your fragrances from. But I do think that you'll like this one, and you'll like this one better than you'll like some other ones that are similar, right? Your Wanted by Nights and those types of fragrances. I like the new Le Male and the Parfum. Those are in my collection. But you never know, right? You might want to just get rid of those and keep this one. I do think it's worth a try. Don't buy this one on my account, but I do think it's worth a try. Again, not groundbreaking. It does. It's 1 million, guys. We can't be surprised that it's not sweet. Every 1 million fragrance is sweet. They're always going to keep on. They're going to hold on to that. Maybe 1 million Lucky isn't as sweet, so maybe that one sort of went away from the norm. But yes, it's 1 million, guys. You're going to get a sweet fragrance, and that's what you're going to get out of this one, guys. So what are your thoughts on 1 million Royal? Have you tried this fragrance? Let me know your thoughts on the fragrance down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking about this one. Am I crazy? Let me know down in the comments, guys. But thank you guys so much for watching the video on my channel. If you like this video, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future first impression videos and first content just like this, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find first related photos and future contest winners. And as always, until next video, you guys take care. Thanks.